If you're a man at least over 40 and you're overweight and you deal with excess chest fat, you're going to want to really pay attention to this video. Now, I can speak on this topic personally because at the start of this year when I was 233 pounds, I had man boobs, all right? And in just 10 weeks, I lost 43 pounds, got rid of the man boobs, and the rest is history. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 things that you can immediately do to reduce the amount of chest fat that you have. Now, before we begin, for those of you who are new to my channel and you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Ernst. I'm an intermittent keto fasting coach who has coached hundreds of men from all over the world to lose at least 40 pounds in 16 weeks using my Keto Shed 40 program. If you want more information on that, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description of this video. When you click it, it'll take you to another video and it kind of explains a little bit about what I do and how I could potentially help you. Okay, so let's get into number 1. What can you do to reduce the amount of chest fat if you're struggling with that? You're gonna have to ditch the processed foods and the sugar. Obviously, when you ditch those two things, you're gonna lose weight all over your body, your gut, your face, and especially your chest fat. Okay, if you've been watching long enough on this channel, you know that I talk a lot about the keto diet. Another powerful way to lose weight is through keto, but also it's gonna help you boost testosterone. Why is that? Because the diet is high in fat. You have to eat foods that are high in fat, and what this is gonna do, it's going to elevate testosterone. When you're eating stuff like sugar and all the processed stuff, a lot of these foods are estrogenic, and it's gonna cause you to hold on to excess chest fat. All right, so adopt the keto diet. You will be amazed at how you will start dropping a lot of water weight initially. That's usually what happens when you start a keto diet. You're gonna shed a lot of water weight. You're gonna see a lot of pounds drop on the scale. It's not uncommon to lose 7 to 10 pounds in just the first week when you adopt the keto diet. So that's number 1. Number 2, you're just gonna have to suck it up. You're gonna have to ditch the alcohol, okay? I explained this in another video. Your body views alcohol as a poison, okay? It's got to filter the alcohol through the liver, through the kidneys. And when you do that, it takes away from the fat burning process that you could be doing to actually lose weight, okay? So alcohol is a poison. And also, beer especially has hops. It's very highly estrogenic, and it's going to be very difficult to get rid of chest fat if you're someone who drinks beer. Now, if you want to have hard liquor from time to time, that's okay, but just remember, any type of alcohol is going to stall your weight loss. You may not gain weight drinking hard liquor like vodka and those kind of things. However, you will stop losing weight because, like I just said, your body's got to spend more time filtering out the poison, and its primary job, your body, is to just keep you healthy and alive, okay? So you're gonna have to ditch the alcohol, all right? Number 3, you're gonna have to ditch the plastics, okay? We live in a world today where we're drinking out of plastic bottles, we're storing our food in plastic, and a lot of people are using plastic cutting boards. When you combine all these plastic, it's gonna raise your estrogen and it's gonna make it very difficult to lose chest fat. So what I would recommend is store your food in like glass containers. Yes, they're a little bit expensive, but would you rather walk around with chest fat in summer on the beach, or would you rather pay a little more to store your food in glass containers? You can get water in glass. You can also get cutting boards that are made out of wood and not plastic. So opt for those things and you're gonna start to notice a difference, okay? Number 4, strength training. I can't recommend how important strength training is on this channel. Yes, I talk a lot about diet to lose weight, but if you combine exercise and you build muscle, the more muscle you have, the more calories you're gonna burn, okay? The other thing that strength training will do, especially compound lifts like your deadlifts, your squats, bench, military press, what this is gonna do, it's gonna elevate testosterone, okay? And when you do these different types of strength training compound lifts, you're gonna wanna use progressive overload. Real simple. If you're going to the gym and you're squatting, let's say, 225, the next week that you go to squat, maybe do 230, 235. You wanna increase the weight every single week. And it doesn't have to be drastic. It could be 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds on your lifts. So make sure to put in progressive overload on all of your compound lifts, okay? And then the very last thing that is very important is you're gonna have to get adequate sleep. Sleep is something that is very neglected, and what sleep is gonna do, it's going to help you tremendously. The lack of sleep is gonna raise cortisol. This is where your body is gonna produce growth hormones. So if you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, it's gonna affect cortisol and growth hormone. You grow when you sleep. You recover when you sleep. So if you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, it's going to affect the amount of chest fat that you have, okay? Now, some things that you can do to get adequate sleep, okay? So what I do is turn off every electrical device at least an hour or two before going to bed, okay? And if you happen to watch, stuff on your phone while you're sleeping, get some of those blue blocking glasses that actually filter out the blue light. That's going to dramatically help as well. Putting the temperature really cold in your room, okay? You want to put it somewhere around that 65, 68 degrees. That's been shown that it's going to help you get even better sleep as well. Now, if you're still struggling with sleep, okay, I would also recommend cut out the caffeine by at least 12 to 1 p.m. That's where you want to cut off the caffeine. By that time, you'll start to get sleepy as the sun goes down. Your circadian rhythms will be much more in line to help you get to sleep, okay? So let's just recap that really, really quick. You're gonna have to ditch the processed sugary foods. That's a staple. I talk about this on my channel all the time. Adopt a keto diet. Get those fats in there. That's gonna elevate testosterone. Number 2, guys, you're gonna have to ditch the beer. The hops in beer are very estrogenic. You don't want to be continuing to drink beer. And if you happen to drink hard liquor, just remember, you may not gain weight, but you're going to stall weight loss. And number 3, ditch the plastics. There's a certain chemical in plastics that are xenoestrogenic, okay? You're going to have to ditch that. Opt for like glass containers for your food, glass bottles for your water, and wooden cutting boards when you're cutting your food, okay? Number 4, strength training. Like I said, compound lifts, lift heavy, put progressive overload in there. This is going to elevate testosterone as well, okay? When you're doing compound lifts, you're going to grow muscle. It's going to elevate testosterone, all right? And then number 5, like I just said, get adequate amount of sleep. Try to get 7 to 9 hours, somewhere around that range. Turn off all the electrical devices, an hour, 2 hours before bed. Wear those those glasses that filter out the blue light. Make sure it's cold in your room, and that's about it. Now, if you're still struggling with sleep, you could take things like valerian root, 5-HTP, and melatonin. Those kind of things can help you sleep as well. Okay, so I wanted to make this video really short. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I wanted to make it because I had struggled with chest fat for many, many years, even at the start of this year, and now I don't have any type of moobs at all right? So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and always hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I'll see you then.